Hello everyone. I hope you had great Christmas and the holidays or Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate. And just enjoy with your family and uh the time at home and everything. But I know we're still on break. I just wanted to keep going with our studying since the tests are still in this way, like they're coming and we cannot stop them. So I'm just gonna continue what I was doing last week. So inequalities. You can spend at most $5. Okay, at most. Remember what I was telling you like last class? Oh yeah. This word is really important. Like when you see at most or at most just mean that you can spend up to $5. You can spend $4.99, 4.3, $1.50 or 5.00, but you cannot spend more than that. So the sign we're looking for is less than or equal because it at most you can spend the $5, but you only have $5. You cannot spend more than that. So it needs to be less than or equal to $5. So right now I'm just looking at this and I can say, okay, this is not what we're looking for. So let's continue. Apples cost 0.75 each and bananas cost 0.55 each. The B apple. So A goes with 0.75 and let B be the number of banana. And B goes with 0.55 because they're saying that apples cost 0.75 each and bananas, which is B, cost 0.55 each. So based on that, as the one that I have left, I will say, okay, 0.75 go with A, so this is wrong, and 0.55 go with B, so this is wrong. And therefore, this right here is our answer. Now, which diagram represents the situation? Okay, now this is kind of complicated if you don't know like at first. So what I can do is write this in a linear equation, like the way we know y equal mx plus b, or like in this case greater than or less than, it doesn't matter. So first, let's see what is our y and what is our x. Since we are looking, we know that this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. We know that our y will be b because it's the bananas, and our x will be equal a because of the apples. So we want to leave b in the left where everything else goes to the right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do basic algebra. That's what we're doing this in this class. We're going to subtract 0.75 from each side, like 0.758 from each side. So I get that 0. Okay, let me use another color. 0. Okay, another color that you can see better, please. Now, 0.55b less than or equal 5. Now I'm subtracting 0.75 from both sides, so we cancel out this side, and we can say minus 0.75a. Now we're going to divide by 0.55 in each side, so divide by 55 and divide by 0.55. So in this side cancel out, and we get that b less than or equal 5 divided by 0.55, we go to our calculator. 5 divided by 0.55 is 9.09. It's going to be 9 point, oh, I'm sorry, 9.09 minus 0.75 divided by 0.55 is 1.36, about 1.36. So minus 1.36a. Now, we can rewrite this as b less than or equal negative 1.36a plus 9.09. If you see better that way. Just ready so we can have like the normal equation with y equal mx plus b. Okay, wait a second, mx plus b. So b each or y-intercept, it will be 9.09. M is our slope, will be negative 1.36. X goes with A, as I said before, and Y goes with B. So we know that the y-intercept is 9.09. So right now we can take away this, because the y-intercept here is like 6 point something. That's not our answer. And now we have these two that actually work. Now the tricky part here is the sign. So right here we see that B is less than or equal. And if B is less than or equal, so it's pointing to the left. As I explained some videos before, we want um something that is pointing to the left. You know, and we trace from the line, and we go to the shadow part, and that is pointing to the left. Or also, if you see, it is under the line, so it is less than or equal. If we like, it is less than, and it's the same, and the line is continuous, so it is not like this, it is completely continuous, so that's the equal part from. Now in this case, when we do what I was doing before, we do this to the line, we go to the shadow part, we're pointing to the right. So we're basically doing this, which means that it's greater than. And we are not looking for that. This is not my answer then, therefore my answer is C. Now let's continue. Which is the graph of the inequality? Y greater than negative 3x plus 5. So first of all, let's do the easy part. Or y-intercept 5. So let's see. Okay, the y-intercept here 5, here is 5, here 5, and here is 5. So there's nothing we can do with the y-intercept. We're good with that. Now the slope is negative 3. So based on the rise over run will be 1, 2, 3, 1. So 3 down, 1 to the right, because this is negative 3 over 1. And since it is negative, it must be going down. So based on that, I know this is not my answer because this is going up. This is positive 3. And this is also not my answer because of the same. This is positive 3. Now we are between A and D. Here, everything depends on the sign. First of all, I don't see an equal sign here. So we know that our line must be like this. It cannot be continuous. So we are good in both cases. And now we have that y greater than. So as I was explaining before, we are looking for a number that is greater than before. So we do here. We know that this is in the upper part, the y, the upper part of the y. So we say, okay, this is greater than. Also, if we do what I was saying before, this is the line, we point to the shadow, and will be that is pointing to the right. Well, in this case, we know that these numbers are less than the others. So we're going down. Also, we can do the shadow again. It is pointing to the left. So basically either way, I prefer the white thing, but whatever. You choose whatever you want. And so we can get rid of this one, and we know that D is our answer. Now let's keep going. 23. Graph the following inequality. Okay, first, let's see the y-intercept. Okay, the y-intercept 1. Now we know that the slope is negative 5 over 1, basically. So we can say, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. And in this case, we will say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And this is 1. So this 5 down, 1 right. 5 down, 1 right. So we have 3 points already. Now let's see. We want a continuous line or this kind of line, which we like right now we can see that we have an equal sign here, so we are looking for a continuous line. So let's do a continuous line. Okay, let me do it better. Okay, this is not working. Wait a second. Better. Okay, basically, I'm really bad at drawing. Okay, this is the best I could do. But either way, now let's see which like if we should like shadow this side or this side. Now, based on that, we're looking for a y that is less than or equal, but we already have the equal in the line. So we're looking for less than, and since we're looking for less than, which is going to the left, we are looking for the numbers that are down the y. So these numbers down the line. So the part we should shadow is this part. So this will be the graph, basically. Let's continue. Which is the graph of this inequality? Okay, for this inequality, what I will do is what I did before, make it in a slope intercept form. So we're going to subtract x from each side, and we get that y greater than negative x plus 6. So we know that the y-intercept is 6. So this is out because it's negative 6. This is out because this is negative 6. So we are looking between A and B. And now we know that the slope is negative 1. There is nothing from the x, so it just means an 1. And the sign is negative, so we know that it is going down. Based on that, we can actually get rid of this. We know that this is our answer. But just to make sure with the sign, we see that this sign is greater than. So we're looking for the y numbers that are in the upper part of the line. So which is gonna be like this. So yeah, this is our answer. Now graph the following inequality. Okay, this is like what we have been doing before. First of all, I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So we get the negative 5y less than or equal negative 2x plus 3. And now I'm going to divide by negative 5 both sides. Now this is a tricky part. As I had told before, I'm sorry about my English, but what I was saying, I have told before, every time you multiply or divide by a negative number, this sign flip. So if I'm divided by negative 5 in both sides, I'm going to say y is greater than or equal because this is a negative number and I'm dividing. It doesn't matter if you're adding or subtracting. It's just in the division and multiplication. So y greater than or equal negative 2 divided by negative 5. Both have the same sign, so I'm just going to say 2 over 5 positive. And then 3 divided by 5, it is 0.6 or just negative 3 over 5. They have different signs, so we change the sign. This is positive 3 and negative 5. We can also say just negative 3 over 5. It doesn't matter. So now, what I would do is, in this case, I want the y-intercept, 3 over 5 equal negative 0.6. So I can put it better in the graph, so I know that our y-intercept is about here. And also, I know that our slope is 2 over 5, so to rise 5 round, since it is rise over round, and it is positive. So what I'm going to do, I will say Okay. No. Okay, never mind, it's here. But I sincerely don't know how to explain it. I'm just kind of doing it by logic. But what I would do is just do this. I know that this is going to be um 1 up, like negative 0.5, 1 up will be 0.4 here, and this is 1.4 here. So I'm doing 1, 2, and then run will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So rise over run. And we can do the same, to the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1, 2, and this right here will be, okay, this is 1.4, and this right here will be negative 2.6, since I'm going 2 down and we were in negative 0.6. So we can do the line. Okay, first of all, we see the equal sign. So I'm looking for a continuous line. So let's just connect the points right here. Will be something like this. Perfect. Perfect, yeah. It actually intersecting the points I was saying. So it doesn't matter how you do it, just that you get the right answer. So we're looking for the equal sign. So it's a complete line. Now we say that the y is greater than. So if the y is greater than, we're looking for the numbers over the line. So we shadow this part. And yep, that's our answer. Let's see. Okay. Which is the graph of this inequality? Ooh, fractions. This is gonna be a really tricky one when you're working with them. But actually, this is not as difficult as it might seem. So first of all, let's go to the slope intercept form. It's the easiest one to graph. So I'm going to subtract 3 over 4x from both sides, whatever. And I get that negative 1 over 3 y is less than or equal that negative 3 over 4x minus 1 over 6. Now, in this case, we want to leave the y alone, so I'm going to multiply each side by negative 3 and this whole thing by negative 3. So I can cancel out this and cancel out, like minus times minus is just positive, so it just we just leave the y alone. And in this case, as I said before, if we are multiplying by a negative number, this sign right here flips. So it will be y greater than, and now we're multiplying by negative 3. So negative 3 times negative 3 is just 9, a positive 9, because they have the same sign, so they become positive. So 9 over 4, and now x. Negative times negative, positive, so plus 3. 3 times 1 is 3. 3 over 6. Now another way to write this will be y greater than 9 over 4x plus 3 over 6 is just 0.5 or 1 over 2, whichever way you like to write it. We can to get the 1 over 2, we use 3 divided by 3 is 1, 6 divided by 3 is 2, so 1 over 2. But the way you like it more is the one you use. So this is our final equation. So first we see the y-intercept 0.5. So let's look for that, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. So there's nothing we can do about it. But now we see that our slope is 9/4. So if our slope is, oh yeah, I made a mistake here. We have the equal sign here. I don't know why I didn't put it, but either way. What I was saying that we have that our slope is 9/4 positive. So it is going up. And we can see here, this is going up, this is going up, but these two are going down. So these are not our answers. Now let's see. On our final answer, we're looking for the greater than. If y is greater than, when looking for the numbers over the line. And these numbers are under the line, so this is not my answer. And finally, B. You see, the shadow part is over the line, so B is our answer. Now, last exercise. Yeah, I think this is going to be the last one. Because it's winter, a winter break. Let's just don't overwhelm ourselves. And this is just a quick reminder of what we have been doing. So let's see. First, let's do what I just told you before. We are looking for the y-intercept form with the y equal mx plus b. So let's subtract x from both sides. So we get that 3/2y is greater than or equal than negative x plus 5. And now, let's multiply both sides by 2/3. So we can cancel out and cancel out here. And now in this case, multiplying by 2/3. So it is positive, the sign doesn't change, and we get the y equal, like greater than or equal. And negative x times 2/3 is just negative 2/3x. 5 times 2/3 will be 2 times 5 is 10. And 3 times 1 because it's 5/1. So 3 times 1 will be 3. So 10/3. Another way we could say it, we leave the slope in fraction because that's easier to actually graph. So it will be greater than or equal negative 2/3x plus, in this case, it is 3.333. If I'm not mistaken, you can always use, for this specific equation, like easy ones, you have your calculator, so 3.33. Yeah, we have now our equation. So we go to our graph. We say, okay, 3.33 will be something right here, like over here. We have our slope, which is negative 2/3. So we're going 2 down, 3 to the left, to the right. So it will be 1, 2. This right here is 1.33, and then 3 to the right. 1, 2, and 3. And now in this case, the same, negative 2/3. So rise over round, 2 down, 3 to the right. So it will be I'm going to do 3 right here. 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2. Right here, this will be 5.33. So we have our points. Let's just do the line. We connect them through the line. Perfect. And yeah, we just need to follow the line. If you have a roller, it's a lot easier than doing it by side because I'm doing it with my eyes. So it's not like as exact as it should be. But yeah, we have our line. It is continuous because we have an equal sign. But now we're looking for the numbers that are greater than the y, so are over the y, which are the numbers right here, like over the line. So this is the part we should shadow. And yep, this is our graph. Okay, let me, yeah, sorry about this. Okay, let me shadow this better. Oh, you guys understand what I said. So yeah, this is our answer. This is our graph, basically. That's it. I hope you guys understood that. Also, as I always said, I answer questions in my channel, Discord channel. So if you ever have any question, you can go there and ask me personally. That's it. Have a great holiday. See you next week.